Hi everyone out there, this is Black and Indigenous American. Please overlook the way I'm looking. It's pretty late tonight. It's Friday night, the 14th of November. So it's sleepy time, but I decided to create this video. And the topic is going to be about nutrition as far as a dietary way of life. And so I was on YouTube the other day and I came across some videos on the raw diet. I also came across videos that's pertaining to particular ethnic groups, and I should say pretty much there's YouTube videos out there specifically for Black people, and I really don't know if that's the one drop rule Black people or what, but certain foods we should not eat. Many people know that most Black people or Asian folks, they're lactose intolerant for the most part. They can't really digest dairy that well. So, obviously certain people just, they just can't digest certain foods properly. So I was just like looking at just health, dietary type videos anyway. So there's the raw diet, meaning you can't cook your food. Everything's raw. You can't roast, you can't broil, just raw. For instance, I could probably get away with eating raw nuts, like almonds and stuff like that, or maybe even peanuts. But I'm a pasta girl. I love my pasta. And I know that some people, they use vegetables as far as an alternative to cooked pasta. I think they call it ziti pasta, where you take zucchini and you can, I guess you can say you can shave it if you have a particular cooking utensil that you can shave it so it's shaped like, pasta. And that way you don't really have to cook it. You could just eat it raw. And yeah, but that's supposed to be very, very healthy for people who are trying to, just, I guess you could say, preventive care when it comes to health, is to eat a raw diet. But yeah, you can have tomatoes, but you can't have it cooked, because once it's cooked, it creates some kind of chemical, and I can't remember the name of the chemical, but and I've had those cherry tomatoes or grape tomatoes. I pop them in my NutriBullet along with blueberries and spinach and stuff like that, which actually tastes pretty good because the tomatoes has like kind of like a salty flavor. So you got kind of like the sweet and salty flavor in that mix. So that actually mixed up pretty well. But again, I'm a pasta girl, and I love tomatoes, like tomato paste, tomato pasta, tomatoes and basil. So I'm sure I can make my own sauce raw, just popping it in a blender or something like that. But I don't know. And then you have the kosher diet, the dietary laws of the Old Testament. Obviously, God put the laws in the Bible to actually help us. So you have the dietary kosher law, where they have options to eat wheat and grains and all of that. So you have the gluten-free type, thing that's going on now. They were able to eat animals. excluding, you know, like swine and stuff like that. Those were specific animals that were prohibited because they cause health issues if you consume them, because they're not clean animals. But in the raw diet, you're not going to eat raw meat, right? I think it's tailored more so to vegans because, again, I'm a vegetarian, and so I eat animal byproducts. For instance, I eat eggs sparingly, 2% organic cow milk. I drink about 2/3 of a cup of that each day, and I have a little bit of Parmesan cheese in my pasta. And when I say a little bit, I mean like the actual serving size, which is like 1 tablespoon. So I eat very little dairy now. So I guess I could probably wean myself off of dairy, um, and eventually just animal products in general. I'm still thinking about it because, yeah, I love my cereal. And one thing about the raw diet, like, you don't have roasted nuts. You don't have baked granola. Like, I like my granola because I eat granola cereal, but obviously that's toasted or whatever. And it's like you just eat it raw. So, I don't know. So, again, you have raw diet versus kosher, Old Testament dietary laws. Um, I personally think the kosher is probably easier than raw, um, because, you know, I get to eat wheat, grains, um, honey. Because one thing about the raw diet, like they tell you not to even eat honey because it's waste from a bee, which is I think they consider that kind of like nasty or whatever. So honey is out of the question if you go raw. Um, so yeah, I like honey. I don't eat it all the time. I have a little honey here and there, like maybe once or twice a week. I'm not much of a I don't sit there and eat the whole jar of honey. Let's just put it that way. Um, I love peanut butter. I have to admit, I am not eating that organic, and it's not. I mean, it's vegan. It's tailored to vegans, and it's gluten free and lactose free and all that. So it doesn't bother me to eat it compared to some of them other peanut butter brands. But yeah. So for those out there who are experts when it comes to nutrition, which one you would think would be best for me? Going raw vegetarian, maybe graduating to vegan, so raw vegan, um, or the kosher diet based on biblical dietary laws in the Old Testament. Because that's where I'm at right now. Like, of course, as a vegetarian, I'm not eating meat, chicken. I don't eat seafood or anything like that. So I know with kosher, they have a lot of laws when it comes to seafood. You know, which sea creatures you can and can't eat, and a lot of stuff that people eat now. Like if you look at a Red Lobster commercial, you see all of the shrimp and all that. So I don't even think you're supposed to eat shrimp on a kosher diet. But anyway, I'm just throwing that out there. I really appreciate a lot of YouTubers that are really passionate about um, just overall health and sharing all of this great information. But I'm a bit confused now. And yes, I have black blood, but I'm also Native American, so I have to consider that as well. Like a lot of the stuff that some of these YouTubers said, oh, if you a black person, you shouldn't eat this. Well, guess what? It doesn't bother me. You know, I guess you can say I'm kind of immune to eating certain things because it just doesn't bother me. But anyway, I'll appreciate your expertise out there. And Anyway, be blessed. Take care. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you later. Bye bye.